Yo, what's going on everybody? Technical TOG here. Today guys, I'm gonna give you guys a 2-month update review on this Acer monitor right here. So as you guys can see, this is the stand that came with the monitor, which I really didn't like all that much. So I decided to actually use a VESA mount, which looked way better as you guys can see over here. So I will actually link this monitor as well as the VESA mount in the description, so you guys can check it out on Amazon. Over here guys is the monitor without the stand. I just want to show you guys how this monitor looks without its stand, basically the thin bezels and as well as the reflective panel. I just want to give you guys an idea of if the stand doesn't look good, don't worry about it. You can always use a VESA mount later on. But other than that guys, let's get into the review of this monitor. So right here guys, we're gonna play some Genshin Impact to just test out the colors and the responsiveness of this monitor. This is actually a 180 Hz panel, and as you guys can see, we are playing Genshin Impact over here on HDR mode, and it looks really colorful, really vibrant, and it's really responsive. This is a 27-inch 1440p 180 Hz monitor with HDR10 support and 0.5 milliseconds worth of response time, which is even lower than the standard 1 millisecond, which is really good guys, because this monitor is only going for $160 on Amazon right now. So get it before it is out of sale, because right now it's on sale currently for $160. Usually the normal price is $180. Okay, so we're gonna test out some Hogwarts Legacy as well. So as you guys can see, this is the dark areas. We also have some really bright areas, just to show you guys the accuracy of the colors and the HDR, because you guys know a lot of monitors have some very bad HDR in this price range, especially on 1440p. But I really don't see an issue over here, as you guys can tell. And for the normal colors, if you kind of just like want to watch a movie or edit, is outstanding as well. I'm actually really impressed guys. I'm speechless, bro. For the 2 months I've had this monitor, the amount of quality you get is really good as well. So I would absolutely recommend this just for the colors and the responsiveness and the specs for the price range. But of course that doesn't complete a monitor. There's still a lot of other stuff we're gonna discuss, including some ghosting. We're gonna test that, and we're also gonna test this with a PS5 guys. So yeah, based on everything so far, for editing, this monitor has a DCI P3 95% color range, which is actually better than 100% on the sRGB scale, which would be perfect for all you content creators out there. So over here guys, we have the PS5, and as you guys can see, it looks outstanding on HDR mode on 1440p. But I actually did encounter one issue, as well as other people also encountered this issue, which is kind of our own fault, to be honest with you guys, so don't worry about it too much. I'll explain to you guys how to fix it. So basically the HDR on PS5 on this monitor kind of looks a little bit washed out. As you guys can clearly see over here, it kind of just looks a little bit faded, a little bit washed out, and it doesn't look vibrant at all like it did on PC. So I'll actually show you guys how to fix this in this video, because it is a 2-month update review. So I want to share everything, including the problems I have and the solutions. So I hope you guys really enjoy this part of the video. If you go to the back of your monitor, just excuse all my RGB cables and cable management. It's really bad, I know, but you're gonna go over here to the back of the monitor, and you're actually gonna click one of these buttons with the M on it. It's actually for menu, and then you will see this pop-up screen over here. You're gonna click it again, and then over here you're gonna make sure to put it on HDR mode, because this is actually the problem. You have HDR enabled on PS5, but on the monitor it's not enabled, and that is why it looks so washed out. It's a really simple solution, but I mean, it's a very big issue. As you guys can see, it looks way better now, and it's clearly fixed. So yeah, don't worry if it looks faded or washed out on your PS5. This is the solution to that. And for some ghosting, of course, guys, this is on, I think this is a little bit of slow motion ghosting, because I actually took this footage in slow motion. This is the normal footage, guys. Now it's on slow motion again. But as you guys can see on 45 FPS, there's a little bit of ghosting. But I mean, 45 FPS is a really low FPS, so usually you're gonna look for ghosting at 180 hertz, which there clearly was not any ghosting at all. But I just see a little bit of ghosting, to be honest, on 90 FPS and 45 FPS, guys, as you guys can see. But really, you're not gonna notice this at all, because yeah, it's really not noticeable. If you do these ghosting tests, it's usually like really, it's gonna need to be really bad for you to actually notice it while using the monitor. So yeah, considering this is an IPS panel, 1440p, 180 hertz, 0.5 milliseconds, AMD FreeSync, DCI-P3 95%. Yeah, you're not gonna get better for this price range. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. And if you do get better, it's not gonna be as good quality. Acer is pretty good with their monitors, but I have realized that their modeling is kind of a little bit confusing, because for every single country, you get the same type of monitor, same specs, everything, but it's a different model number and the design is completely different, which is kind of weird, but the specs is the same, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Just to get you guys aware of that, if in case your monitor looks a little bit different than mine, don't worry, guys. I did link the monitor with the exact same specs as this one that I'm reviewing in the link in the description, so do not worry, it's exactly the same. And basically, for the ports that you get on this monitor, you get one display port which can support up to 180 hertz on 1440p, and you get two HDMI ports. I think it's HDMI 2.0. So yeah, you get two HDMI ports, which is kind of good, but just remember, HDMI 2.0 doesn't support variable refresh rate on PS5. But it's a very expensive feature, to be honest with you guys. To get a monitor that support a variable refresh rate as well as 1440p with HDMI 2.1 is so rare, it's not worth it, and it's really expensive. It's like, I would say it starts at like $400 and up, so it's not really worth it. This monitor is on sale right now on Amazon for $160. So yeah, definitely get it before the sale ends. Usually the usual price for the 27-inch one is $180, but yeah, there's a few different options, like a 24-inch as well, if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, I'll link everything in the description, guys. For this monitor, this was a 2-month review. Honestly, this is everything I found out, all the solutions, all the problems, and hopefully you guys actually enjoyed this video. I really hope this was helpful for everybody. And yeah, guys, honestly, if you guys want to check out the review of this, or the unboxing of this monitor, you're welcome to do so. I'll link that, or I'll put that on the screen at the right side corner right now, so feel free to go watch that video, guys, and make sure to subscribe and like, so we can do more of these videos. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.